Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the WFO Racing League's fun race here tonight. Tonight, the drivers over here at WFO are going to tackle Kentucky Motor Speedway, and they're going to do it in the trucks. They'll do that for about 65 laps, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes for these guys. Tomorrow night, we might bring you a special broadcast. It's going to be exciting. It seems that our Season 4 updates is going to bring us a brand new tire model to the K&N Series car. Supposedly, that's going to let us wear tires out faster, maybe even blister tires and have flat tires. So we're going to bring you a special race tomorrow night to see how that goes for these guys. That should be pretty exciting as well. Get tuned in here with our cameras. These guys should be taking the grid right now. As you can see, the truck's gridding up here. They're gridding up on pit road. I'm still getting everything set up. There we go. As long as we're not on a black screen or we can see the trucks, I think we're pretty good. Go up towards the front of the field, take a quick look at our grid. Starting on the pole tonight is going to be Brandon Hartwell driving that number 5 truck. Outside of him in second is going to be James Barfield in the number 39. Starting third tonight, you're going to see Justin Gann driving the number 23. Outside of him in fourth is going to be that 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. Starting fifth tonight, you'll see Mason Weitzel driving the number 99. Outside of him is going to be Jeff Martin in the number 41. Jeff starting sixth. Starting seventh tonight, you're going to see Josh Abney driving that number 45. To his outside in eighth is going to be Robert Ballantyne driving the number 70. Starting ninth tonight is going to be Paul Durkee driving that number 44. To his outside, you'll see Corey Reese in the number 15 starting 10th. Starting 11th tonight, you'll see that 00 of Bryce Andrus. To his outside is going to be that number 61 of Corey Cook. Starting 13th tonight, driving that number 51 truck is going to be one of the fan favorites, Troy Cook. Outside of him is going to be Jake Burchell driving the number 12. You can see the pace car leading these guys out right now onto the track. We'll go on to the 15th starter, who's going to be Wesley Whitfield driving the number 74. To his outside in 16th, you'll see Craig Lerman back here again in the number 43. Starting 17th is going to be Curtis Stickle in the number 18 truck. To his outside is going to be Teddy Reed in the number 7, starting 18th. Starting 19th, you're going to see Albert Moncrief driving I don't have a car number for him. That's kind of weird. That's a little glitchy, but we'll go with it. They probably didn't put a qualifying lap down is why it's doing it. But I'll get us to the front of the field here, and we'll get ready for a start. You can see the pace cars in right now.
Green flag, green flag.
And there we go. We're green flagging racing in Kentucky in the trucks tonight. Brandon Hartwell is scored as your leader. Brandon driving that number 5 truck as they get under green. Looks like a nice start, clean start for the field. We'll start working with our cameras here, getting everything dialed in. I see Mason Weitzel going 3 wide. We got a little bit of a blinker in second there in the 39 truck. At 99, a Mason Weitzel working to the inside of the 23, and we get a quick caution here on lap 1. And we see some trucks spinning back there. We'll see if we can get back to the action and see what happened, who it was. Oh, we got some pile up going on. See the 86 down there, the 37 still getting into the wall. 9 truck. Let's take a look and see if we can see what happened here. We're going to do it like we always do, and that's burn it down with what? Fire. We're going to burn it down with fire. We're going to take a look at what happened on lap 1 that put us under our first caution tonight. The survey says they're already wrecking in front of the 37. That's okay. We'll get us another truck number here and go back to it, or we'll just back up a little bit more. All right, we're taking a look here. I think we're going to get to the culprit here. I can't tell you what number the Jack Daniels truck is because it's blacked out. Now we got a truck spinning up ahead there. And Sanu gets caught up in the second wreck with the 9 and the 923, I believe it is there. And then from there, they're just wrecking all over the place. We'll back that up one more time and see if we can... Looks like the 9 truck might have been involved in that initial startup. Have one more look at it here. Watching the 9 and the 13. I see the 923 ahead of him. Oh, the wreck started up front with the 7, it looks like. Needless to say that this was a snowball effect, or dominoes, and it went all the way to the back of the field. You see the guys wrecking, trying to get through there. We'll get up to the, showing the leader's truck on pit road. We know that 5 truck is the leader. That's going to be Brandon Hartwell. We got our viewers coming in. I see 3 votes for Troy Cook, which reminds me to remind everybody to make sure you vote for your favorite driver for Driver of the Day. I'm going to try to get our stream pulled up here. I was signed into the wrong YouTube channel, so couldn't see what was going on there. But that's fine, I'll fix it. Loads up, I'll make sure I get the audio turned down here. There we go, that way we don't have audio feedback. And now I can see the stream and it's looking good. Should be bringing it to you in high definition tonight. As the pace truck goes in, we're getting ready for a restart. And I don't know how 3 wide's going to work out up there. That's a little bit weird. We had one up there 3 wide. Not sure how that's going to work, but they get it settled out and they're racing. Five truck, Brandon Hartwell, your leader. 39 truck in second place right now. Try to bring these names to you as I can. I'm having a little bit of trouble for the timing screen.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, we're back under caution again. I seen the wreck back there. Caught it out in the corner of my eye while I'm trying to get the timing screen figured out. And they're trying to get it settled out and get back going here. 42 maybe? 43 truck. So let's go ahead one more time and burn it down with some fire. Fire! Let's see what happens here. We didn't go back far enough. One more time, we're going to see what happens. Live and up close, you see the 43 racing there. He's got the 61 to his outside. Oh, he gets loose all on his own. Then he gets a little help from behind, and the 32 truck gets caught up in this mess tonight. They do have a couple of fast repairs. Some of these guys are going to be using that a little bit early. That's going to be Craig Lerman driving that number 43. Craig getting a little loose there. Tough start for him tonight. I'm sure these guys will get it figured out. Take it to the attention of the crew. Let them beat out the damage with a hammer, and we'll move on. So a couple quick cautions here in Kentucky tonight in the truck. I can tell you one thing, that truck is loose. That might be creating a little bit of issue for these guys. I'm your commentator tonight, Vern Bradley, usually joined by Nation 01. Not sure where he's at tonight. I know we missed him last week, but not sure where he's at tonight either. But I'm here. I'll keep bringing these things to you week after week. A little bit of blinking going on. I think that might be my own internet. To our leader here. Might even be the server, the connection to the server tonight. We are on week 13 on iRacing, which is usually like kind of our off week. They call it a fun week for a lot of series. During week 13, that's when iRacing introduces new updates and stuff. Show the fire, David White says. You come in too late, David. We already showed it. Well, I'm sure we'll show it again. You're welcome to come in here and hang out with me if you want. I know you got permissions. You can enter the channel in here, so if you want to stop in and say hi, hang out, call the race for a little bit, you're welcome to. Hopefully the stream looks good. It looks good from what I can see on the YouTube side of it. So, but what I was going back to is our Week 13 updates is going to bring us that nice, great tire model for the K&N Series, and we're going to roll that car out at Michigan tomorrow and see who can get the first flat tire. Somebody's going to get a flat tire. We're going to see who can do it first. So far, we on here? Lap 8 of 65. I think we paced most of those. But they'll get it settled down and sorted out. Start bending that equipment up, and them crews start hollering at them. They'll settle it down. Crews don't like it when they bring them things in there and they got to work on them. So I see we got driver of the days heating up pretty good there. Got votes in there for Troy Cook. Had a couple in there for the 77. That's going to be Garrett Helmlinger. We got the 09. So we got a little bit of a challenge on the driver of the day votes tonight. Those 77 votes coming in. That's going to challenge that 51 as our all-time leader of fan votes here. Mr. Hal Amy had an emergency tonight, and our prayers are out to the whole Amy family. I know there's some things going on there with Mrs. Amy's mother, maybe a few things with Hal's father, so I just want to let them know that they're in our prayers tonight. Hopefully everything comes out fine. We wish you all the best. Meanwhile, we're 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back as far as we can see. Pace car's in. That 5 truck of Brandon Hartwell's going to lead the field to green here. At 39, disappeared on me again. He come back at a bad time. That outside lane's going to get really slowed down and boxed up over that. Man, that's not good when they don't get going like that on that lane. But I'll tell you, those guys behind him did a great job not to cause a wreck out of that deal right there. Hartwell, your leader in the 5. We'll go back and take a look at second place right there. That's going to be the number 45 of Josh Abney. Josh doing a good job tonight in that truck so far, getting it up there in second. And that 39 has disappeared again. That's going to be James Barfield, driver of that 39 truck, having a little bit of problems with his connection tonight. He's going to get a bumper full of that 99 of Mason Weitzel right behind him. Turn that audio up just a little bit so I can hear it. Probably going to back it down on your guys' side just a little so it's not too overpowering.
The yellow flag is
And
out.
we are under another quick caution. I think there might be some guys already got the Week 13 blues going on. Well, we see one back there smoking and broken. Looked like the 99 was on pit road there. So let's do it. As David White says, let's burn it down with some fire. There we go. See a vote for that 49 of Tim Hamlet. Mason just slowing on the front stretch there and pulling over. I'm not sure he was involved in anything. I think he just slowed it down and pulled it to the side. Maybe too many cautions for him. I don't know. There's our broken and smoking truck. Back it up a couple more times. 9 truck, Tyler Lambert goes sideways, collects one on the inside. Oh, man. That feller had nowhere to go, did he? That's Tim Hamlet in the 49. Nowhere to go right there for Tim. That's the way she goes sometimes. Not sure what happened with Mason Weitzel. I'm going to grab him for a second and see if we can figure it out. Mason Weitzel, this is Vern Bradley up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy, Vern.
All right. Good to have you in here, man. I seen you pull over there, and we're wondering what happened.
Yeah, I'm just going to admin it, try to get some green flag laps going. Try to get this
good.
race under control so we can race and not pace. You know, want to put on a good show for all the fans watching on the WFO Racing Network and everybody that supports us. So I just figured we'd start cleaning this up a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good idea. It looked like on the restarts there, some of those guys are getting a little bit antsy, but I think a lot of it has to do with just guys getting loose. That thing looks like it's a couple of handfuls to hold on to.
It's a little loose for a couple laps, but it comes in. You just got to be patient. Got to have a little discipline with the right foot.
All right, so you guys heard it. Discipline with the right foot, as Mason Weitzel says. I'll tell you, Mason, you're racing with him out there. That 5 truck of Hartwell looks pretty strong. What do you think?
Yeah, didn't get enough laps to really do anything. The draft's actually pretty good. You can get a good draft on the straightaway. We'll see. Those guys up front, they're pretty quick. I was just kind of sizing them up there, but
well, we got a change around.
39. I think the 39's got a chance at him. He seems pretty quick, along with the I can't remember who was running second there before pit stops, but he was pretty quick too.
Yeah, we got a little bit of change up. Mentioning that, I see that 00 Bryce Andrus going to restart up front. He's going to bring. Damn it, I'm drawing a blank here. He's going to bring that 15 of. God damn it, Mason.
Corey Reese.
Corey Reese, there you go. I didn't forget his name. The truck number was something with the truck and the paint was throwing me off. Couldn't concentrate. But anyway, Corey Reese going to go up there with them. You see that 20 truck? That's going to be Daniel Moore. And the 51 back there is going to be Troy Cook. So, man, I don't know. Is there something wrong with the server tonight that you guys are noticing?
In terms of what?
Like piss poor connection?
Yeah, just the 39. 39 was blinking pretty good when he was up there, but that's the only one I noticed.
I've been
He's the only one I've noticed.
I've been having a little bit of issues in the broadcast with it glitching every now and then, so I'm wondering.
Might just need to fix your internet there, Vern.
Yeah, I stream these and never have a problem with the internet side of it, so.
Well, you are in Florida.
We don't have a hurricane by us no more.
That's true. It has moved finally.
For anybody that was wondering about that, Hurricane Dorian skated it right up our east coast and didn't cause any damage or not many power outages that I know of. So maybe a little high surf on the east coast or better surfing, as we would say, and that's about it.
Yeah, would like to say send some prayers and thoughts out to the Bahamas.
Absolutely.
I know they got hit, absolutely destroyed and devastated out there, and I feel horrible for them.
Yeah, likewise. Being part of several hurricanes, living in Florida, I can only begin to imagine the devastation and what they're going through down in the Bahamas. So our prayers are with them for a quick and speedy recovery down there, and hopefully we can start getting a lot of relief into them pretty quickly.
Yeah, sooner the better. They can definitely use it. But we're getting ready for the restart here, Vern.
Yeah, I see it. We got Bryce Andrus in that 00. He's going to hang on to that number 1 spot. And he's going to take advantage of that lead driver controlling the restart. He's going to jump out to about a 10-car truck link lead over these guys.
Yeah, he definitely took a good jump there. Bottled up, nicked everyone back here with me right now. I'm running in... heck, I don't even know what position I'm in right now. We're about to be 3 wide, though.
There's Craig Lerman in the 43. Oh, we got a quick wreck. I see the 41 involved in that.
Yeah.
So that's who we're going to focus on first off. But it looks like there's 3 or 4 trucks in it.
I couldn't tell exactly who was a part of it. I saw a red Mountain Dew truck. Don't know the number of that one. I was trying to avoid getting into the 09 of Trent Ripley. And next thing I know, coming out of turn 2, car spinning.
All right, here we go. We're going to burn it down with fire right here. Fire! Get our fire going. They're already wrecked there, so let's take it back one more time. Looks like there might be contact between the 41 and the 23. Going to send the 23 sideways, the 41 hard into the inside wall. Looked like the 13 might have spun trying to avoid it, checking up, trying to avoid the wreck there. But most of those guys are going to make it through there pretty clean. The 41 took considerable damage in that wreck.
41 of Jeff Martin.
Yeah, Jeff Martin.
Vodka vehicle.
23, the other one that took quite a bit of damage there. That's going to be Justin Gannon, the number 23. So hate it for those guys.
Speed. He was showing speed early on. As far as I know, from what I've seen, at least trucks are extremely loose early. They do seem to tighten up a little bit, but they don't seem to fall off too much either. So once things kind of dampen down from there, things will start to look good. It looks like we're switching to single file time around too.
Single file restarts.
That should be fun. Throwing it back a little bit to the 2003, 2004 days.
Well, Mason Weitzel told me when he come in here that he pulled that truck over so he can go ahead and do some admin in this thing. So I got confidence in Mason. He'll clean it up pretty quickly.
He's done good before. I've seen him do it while in truck, so I assume with him outside of the truck, things will be a lot better for him as well.
Yeah, Mason and I were able to admin together for a couple series in a season, and he definitely knows the calls to make and when to make them. So I think
that's for sure.
I think he'll do just fine. There might be some unhappy drivers with some EOLs tonight, but it might clean the racing up quicker.
And if they don't follow the rules, they get penalized. It's plain and simple. That's how racing works. It's the same thing in the real life ranks of NASCAR, whether it's the trucks, Xfinity, or Cup cars, just as well as any of the other cars that run around, the modifieds and everything like that. There's rules that you got to follow, and if you don't, you're penalized.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, it does come down to rules, and we have them, and I think any good series is going to have them because you got to keep it. If you don't keep it clean and interesting, good competition, then number one, you're going to run the fans off, and number two, nobody's going to want to race in your series.
Exactly, you know, and especially when you think about something like this as well, like, think of it as this way: imagine getting mad at your employer for missing time,
Right?
when you've missed time, and then getting penalized for it.
That's right.
It's not their fault. You're the one that missed time.
That's right.
If you don't know who I'm talking about, Antonio Brown, you are a dummy. I'm not even a Raiders fan, but nonetheless, that's just how life works. There are certain rules you got to abide by, and if you don't do it, well, you're SOL.
Yeah, and here we are. We're riding inside the number 5 truck of Brandon Hartwell. I'll tell you that's been a quick truck tonight, and the green flag racing that I've seen, that 5 truck has definitely been fast.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted, being able to run those couple laps around him before that caution where a few people pitted, including myself. He's definitely got some speed. I think he's a little quicker on the long runs, whereas I'm a little faster on the short. So it was kind of evening each other, me and him out, and we were gonna have a battle for the lead, but that caution came out. He's shown a lot of speed. He's got a really beautiful look. If I can get around these guys up in front of me, I'd like to battle with them some more because it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were enjoying the race up there for sure, and hopefully you guys can get some maybe 20 or so green flag laps to get it sorted out. We'll see who's got the better truck then.
Yeah, well, I got to get there first.
Well, how
It'd
big?
be nice, though.
Tell us though, since you're in that truck, I know you're driving that number 45 tonight. Tell us how that thing is in the corners. Is it loose? What are you feeling?
It's slick. It's extremely slick. You can get into a 4-wheel slide really fast if you're not careful, especially come out of 2. 2 is a lot worse than 4 in my opinion. But if you're confident and you have car control to do it, you can get into the gas relatively early on fresher tires. After getting into 1, if you can get into it fast enough, comfortably, you can make up a lot of time on the guy in front of you. It just depends on how your truck is driving, how you feel, and where you're gaining time everywhere else, and relation to the other guys.
All right, we're back to green flag. You can see they did a single file restart right here, as we talked about the admin administering there. And that 5 truck of Hartwell is going to take advantage of that restart, get out to a pretty good run over the 20 truck. He's going to have that 39 there right on his bumper, though.
39's definitely got a quick truck as well as the 20 showing a little speed early on. The 44 up to 4th place. That's who I'm trying to run down. He's got some speed. I raced with him a little bit in practice, and he was pretty quick.
Yeah, you see that 20 truck? That's going to be Daniel Moore working to the yeah, that's Daniel Moore in the 20. He's got a handful of that 39 of Barfield there.
Yeah, Barfield's definitely got a quick truck. Looks
like he's able to work the bottom really good here. There we go. We'll get on that race. He's going to clear him, too, it looks like. Going down in here to turn 3, he's got him. 39 to 2nd.
39 is up to 2nd. 44 looking to follow right behind him.
I see that. 44 following right in.
Can't tell quite yet if the 20 has damage or not, but when I get there, I'll be able to say something. He's probably on older tires, too, compared to the rest of the field.
Yeah, that 44 truck sliding right into 3rd there. That's going to be Paul Durkee driving the number 44. I think that's about the first time I've seen Paul in one of our fun races, but he's definitely fast.
Yeah, he's definitely shown some speed. This is the first time I've seen him as well. I've done a few of these. I don't do them every week because I don't have the time, but this is my first time seeing him. He's showing some speed early on.
Yeah, I'm impressed
like-
with you, able to talk in a broadcast booth and run up there in the top 5 like that. You look like you got a pretty good hot rod tonight, too.
Yeah, when these tires, when they kind of start to warm off a little bit, the truck drives a hell of a lot better. It's a lot more stable. It's a lot tighter. It's much more comfortable for me.
Yeah, I tried something a little different when I set it up. I went down to 75% fuel, hoping it might tighten you guys up a little bit better and make the truck more stable. So
Yeah,
hopefully it's helping.
It's helping a little bit.
What do you
It's helping
think?
a little bit.
Since I got you in here, what do you think about maybe next time me trying it going down to like 50% fuel?
I would take it in intervals. I wouldn't go straight to 50. I would maybe go like to 5. See how that runs compared to everything else.
All right, as I was watching that, I watched that 61 get sideways out of the corner there. He's able to collect it, but a little bit of a helter-skelter moment for him.
Yeah, Corey Cook able to collect the car, or truck, I should say. He's always shown that he's pretty good at wheeling the truck.
This is a good race back here. This 00 of Bryce Andrus working inside of the 70 of Robert Ballantyne there. Two good racers.
Ballantyne's making a comeback. Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's been
yellow
kind of
flag is out.
in and out as we're going to get a caution here. And I am going to go back and, oh no, looks like it might have been the 51 involved in that.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And we're going to burn it down with what? Fire!
Fire!
Get the fire going. Diana, good to see you in the chat. Hopefully you're getting good news. I know that things been touch and go there for you. But definitely good to see you in the chat tonight.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers out to you and your family.
Oh, 51 working the bottom and just got loose and turned it around there.
Troy Cook. That's a little out of character for him.
And, of course, I'm telling you, I don't know if it was connecting from spectator side tonight that did it. I might want to watch that in the future, but the connection side of this has been terrible.
I will definitely suggest never doing that. Any of the races I've ever broadcasted, I've had issues doing it that way.
Well, on these fun races, I try to do it because we've had, regular league guys come in a little bit late and they can't get into the race because it's filled up. So I don't want to go in and take up a spot that one of those guys could get.
Right. Now, I understand from that aspect if things, if you have, don't want to run in the back of him. There we go. I was trying to get in my pit box. From that aspect of things, especially if you have a full field. But you never know, like on tracks where things aren't as popular, like New Hampshire, for example, it's never necessarily a bad idea to switch it up a little bit.
Well, during the regular season, I always have slots open so we can, the broadcasters can connect to the race, and that way this kind of stuff don't happen. But during the fun races, I wanted to leave that slot opened up for drivers that want to join in and not waste it. All I want to do is broadcast it. I'm not racing in it, so.
Yeah, you said that last year and ended up going for the championship.
Yeah, but it's different now. I mean, we don't have another broadcast group in here, so I got to pick up the slack with that. I wouldn't mind competing in a series this season, but it don't look like I'm gonna get a chance for that to happen. So I'm okay with being in the broadcast booth and building the league. That's fine with me.
Yeah, well, you've run races with us on Mondays before, so if you have any openings, do that. You can definitely do that.
Yeah, and you might see me over there for a few of them. I definitely enjoy all those guys over there at Anarchy. Really good group of people, and
yeah, I actually got my first win a couple of weeks ago, so that was pretty cool.
Well, congratulations to you. You've been gaining speed for a while, man.
Well, when you come into this thing, you've only been a year into it. It takes a lot of time. It's a 39 starting to blink again, but yeah, it's an experience, and this is for anyone really who's wanting to get into this thing. It just takes time. It's experience. The more experience behind the wheel you get, the better you'll be. And it's just, you got to learn. These vehicles, some of them are easier, some of them are difficult. You got to learn and work at it to get better. And luckily, I've been able to do it a little over a year now, and I'm starting to see the payoff from it and everything like that. I love to do it. I love to race, and seeing as I can't get into behind an actual car, this is the next best thing, and it's the closest thing I can get to that until such a time happens, if such a time does come. But
That's well put.
yeah.
And good,
If anyone,
great advice for people joining. I mean, it's it. We always get people that are asking about it, and it's good to have someone in here, you know, that joined a year ago, and to see where you progressed over the past year. It's really cool to hear that story.
yeah, and everyone starts somewhere. I had never touched. I mean, I don't even consider any of the console games, even the older ones like from '09, a true quote unquote simulator. So this is the first real type of simulator I've ever worked on or raced on, I should say. And it's a whole different level. There's no different camera views. There's no different angles or anything like that. It's all really meticulous, and it takes time to understand. You know, the more you do it, the faster you'll learn it, and the faster you learn it, the better you'll become. Um, and everyone starts at a certain spot. It's all equal playing field when you start to. Once you get to where you're at now, I'm sitting at A class, which there's a bunch of us there now, but at the same time, it's like that's where you can start really learning and driving all the other cars, especially if you do official races.
You're right.
So just and a lot of hosted races won't let you join them unless you're a certain license.
You're right.
And the reason for that is because they value the clean racing. They value the fun side of actually racing and not just, you know, getting stuck under pace laps like we've been kind of today. That's what it is. And this league, especially from what I've seen, has never really had issues with that. It's certain tracks, yeah, there's more cautions than some others. And of course, now this being, you know, just a fun race, not necessarily a true quote unquote league race, you know, we're going to get other people who maybe don't have the same experience. So you just got to learn how to go from there. And once you get to where you start out, the faster the more you do it, the more you'll learn, and the faster you'll become.
All right, we appreciate all that information. As we go back to green flag, we're going to see a new leader with that number 20, Daniel Moore, driving a GoPro truck tonight.
Yep, Mr. GoPro's trying to GoPro and get himself some laps led. He's got that fast number 5 truck behind him, the 44.
He's got that 61 on Corey Cook that's closing in right now, and Corey's closing in a hurry. He picked up about 3 or 4 car lengths coming out of turn 2 there.
The yellow flag
That's
is
right.
out.
And we have another
we
caution
got another
as well.
quick caution. These restarts are killer.
Yeah, they definitely are. People are just driving aggressively. They're trying to
Cautions breed cautions. And that's the 41 of Jeff Martin having problems. Let's burn it down with fire. We got to get our fire going right here. Fire! Let's see what happened to that 41. That's a couple of times he's had a little bit of fun tonight. Maybe more fun than he bargained for.
definitely more than he wanted.
I'll tell you, that started a little earlier than the wreck happened. He bounced that left rear off the apron, and it upset that truck something terrible. On corner exit, he laid that left rear on that apron, and that truck just, it took on a whole different attitude for him.
The apron is the worst place.
We're going to watch it one more time. I want everybody watching to pay attention to the left rear of the 41 and watch him drop it on this apron here. Left front, actually, first, but he had to turn it down a little harder to stay off the 86 of Johnson New, and when he did, it just went down, and Tyler Lambert in the 9 didn't have nowhere to go. Damn it, the Jack Daniels truck got involved, blew his truck up, so...
Man, I wanted to have me a Jack and Coke after this race, too, and I don't know if I'm going to do that now because he wrecked.
He wrecked out. He blowed his motor. I don't know if he's going to stick around or not.
Probably not. He might have to go have one for himself.
Hopefully Jeff's got a crew that's going there so you can get a Tito's Vodka as a backup plan.
Yeah, well, I have Tito's Vodka waiting for me after this, so you never...
You done took care of that and secured it earlier.
Oh, hell yeah. Secure the bag, man. You got to do what you got to do.
All right, back to the front of the field. You see the leader is still the same. That's going to be Daniel Moore driving the number 20 truck. He's going to have... I wish this timing screen would stay in order, but it keeps jumping all around on me.
He's got the 61 of Corey Cook behind him.
And then Paul Durkee in third and the number 44. Fourth is going to be James Barfield, the number 39. Austin Livingston putting a vote in there for Tim Hamlin. That's a couple in there for Tim.
Got yours truly in the 45 running fifth. Number 6, sixth place on the track is the number 12 of Jake Burchell. 00 Brian Anderson is in position number 7. John Senu's number 86 running 8th.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, if you're tuning into the broadcast, make sure you put your vote in for your favorite driver for Driver of the Day. We will get them in Discord one way or the other. We'll get them up in the broadcast booth, give them an interview, maybe 60 seconds of fame here.
Your minute of fame starts now.
Please take my minute of fame away.
Just leave. Just continue broadcasting. I'll just do the whole thing from the cockpit.
Yeah, I'll just walk away and you broadcast it from the cockpit. I'm afraid that the truck that the camera's pointed on might wreck out, though. We'll just put it on scenic view.
Let's hope it's not me.
Right now we're on that GoPro truck because he's your leader, but we'll cruise back through the field a little bit. There's the 45 truck riding in the 5th spot. He's in the booth with us. That's going to be Josh Abney. You're going to have a Kodiak truck behind you. I haven't seen one of those paint jobs in a little while.
Yeah, the Kodiak trucks are always usually the quicker ones, but hey, I'm actually surprised. I did not practice well at all.
The Kodiak truck is going to be the 12 of Jake Burchell. Burchell. We don't know.
We'll just call him Birch Tree.
He's going to have that Space Force truck. That's none other than the 00 Bryce Andrus. Then Bryce is going to have the 86 of John Sanu. John's able to escape some stuff tonight. He's probably feeling pretty lucky.
Well, this ain't Vegas, Vern. Come on now.
Hey, you can get lucky in Kentucky, too. I didn't even mean for it to rhyme like that, but it did. You can get lucky in Kentucky.
I never thought of it that way, like with the rhyme. Wow, that's hilarious.
Look at that. Them votes coming in. Tim Hamlet's starting to pile them up. There's Hal Lamy coming in for the 51. He's in the 49. We're going to go back to him right now since he's starting to garner a lot of votes in.
Hey there, Hal. How you doing there, buddy?
Tim Hamlet driving a number 49 car. Or 49 truck. Oh, shoot me.
Yeah, well, that's happened to me twice already with the whole...
I'll tell you, the truck's not been up or anything, and it's not been up, and he's sitting back in 20th, but I think he might have something to go forward.
What truck is that again?
That's the 49 truck, Tim Hamlet.
Yeah, 49. Yeah, Hamlet's always usually pretty good at tracks like this. Almost kind of surprised to see him start so far in the back to begin with, and he's having trouble getting through the field. Of course, these cautions haven't really helped, but...
All right, we got another driver up here, Jeff Martin. You are live in the broadcast booth. We're getting ready for a restart. We're green flag now.
Green flag.
20 truck is going to launch, and he's going to get out to a great restart here. That's going to be Daniel Moore in the 20. He pulls out by, 15 or 20 trucks here.
Yeah, they caught me sleeping.
I think he caught the rest of the field sleeping. As you can see, Corey Cook in the 61 there, the 44 and the 39, all three running together. Then we get back to our broadcaster here, the 45 truck, Josh Abney. He is off of him a little bit. But I'll tell you that John Sanu and Andrus and them have fallen off you quite a bit as well on this restart.
Yeah, it looks like behind me, from what I can see in my mirrors, they're battling each other really hard right now.
Yeah, especially when you get back there behind the 00 and the 12 there. I see is it the 5 I see, the 23 and the 7? All three of them back here fighting for position. 7's going to be Teddy Reed.
Teddy!
He's got a cool enough name. We'll talk about the 7 truck some.
Talk about Teddy. Oh, we got a battle for the lead right now, Vern.
Now let me get back up to the front so we can check that out. We always love these lead battles.
Yeah, it looks like the 61 and the 39 are going at it hard.
61's looking to his inside. That 39, though, getting a run on the outside here. They're going to stay side by side going into, is it turn 3? Yep. So in turn 3, you can see the 61 of Corey Cook.
44 is looking to put his bumper into the battle as well. He's right there behind him. I'm trying to get there myself.
James Barfield in the 39 is going to clear Corey Cook in that 61. Score Barfield the leader.
Barfield has had the fastest truck all night, I feel. He Qualified up front. He stayed up front the entire time, and he's showing a lot of speed early.
Well, Corey Cook going to have to find him some speed because now he's got to fend off a battle from that 44. 44 is going to go to the inside and try to make a move.
Yeah, he shut the door on him there coming across the line.
Yes, he did. He closed the door on pretty quickly, but I think the 61 had too much momentum for him there anyway.
Yeah, he had a lot of momentum coming off the high side there.
So good battles up front right now. We've seen that lead change, and now the 44 is trying to work his way in there.
I'm trying to bring my truck up to the front as well. So the 39 came very close to the walls. The 61 actually kissed it.
Yeah, Durkee might have given him a little bumper love going into the corner there.
Bump and run using the chrome horn.
He might have just let him know, hey, I'm back here, and I might be a little faster than you, so could you please let me go? Some guys will ask you that a couple times before they turn you around.
The yellow flag is
As we
out.
get another caution. And I was coming too.
Oh, that's that
Felt
double
it.
zero, Bryce Andrus, so it's time. We're going to burn it down with fire. We're on fire, Jeff. We're on fire. Put us out.
Want to use some kerosene to light the fire.
All right, Bryce Andrus working that double zero. He just gets loose on that bottom. That's not the first time we've seen that tonight. Hard into the inside wall. And nobody else is going to get collected in it. So the self-spin took out the self-spin.
There you go.
Yeah, that's basically what I did, man. I went down and I barely touched that. I heard you call it too.
You clipped that
Barely
apron.
touched that line.
Yep.
And I come back up, and when I come back up, I had to turn back down a little bit, and then it just started just going sideways on me. I couldn't do shit.
Yeah, I've been there and done that I don't know how many times, and I knew exactly what happened there. When you caught that apron, it sent your truck up the track a little bit, and then you had someone to your outside, so you just turned it down.
Mason said you've had 2 cautions. You got to stop and go. I said, what? I've never, ever had 2 cautions. What the fuck are you talking? But it was.
Too much vodka.
Nope.
Nope.
Actually, I have no vodka.
I'd say it's
I
probably
hate
the
to say it.
racetrack.
Yeah,
I
the
hate to
track
say
is
it, man.
extremely loose.
I have never seen this track, especially at night. I've never seen this track this loose at Kentucky. Period. This is my favorite track by far.
I'm going to tell you that's one thing that I'm really not pleased with. I don't think the setups that we've had, not since our update tomorrow, but since the last update batch we got when we got the new truck period, that the setups have really ever been under the truck. So I would.
Here's one thing I think you should do too this season: make a lot of it fun. Pull the temperature all the way down and pull the relative humidity all the way down, and just let it.
The only reason that I haven't considered doing that is because when a lot of these settings, when you transfer over to official racing, is close enough that the guys that run in here can run official and they feel more comfortable doing it. And if we start doing that, it makes them really fast, and it doesn't really teach the new drivers a lot of skill.
Yeah, but you got to figure, if the new races go up on Monday, they've already been racing the other tracks forever. When they come in here, they'll feel like God running the track.
Yeah,
And that's what you want to see. Is you want to see, okay, if you got this much speed, can you drive this track without going all the way to the bottom and running all the way up the track into somebody? I mean, it would just be fun for not the whole season, but some of the season. Just pick a bunch of races and go, all right, we're dropping it all the way on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna with the trucks. I'm definitely gonna play around with some stuff because I'm like I said, I'm not real happy with the setups, and I'm afraid of what it's gonna cause for the season racing. And we had actually talked about dropping the trucks and doing Xfinity and Cup Series to compensate for that. But like tonight, I went down to 75% fuel. I'm gonna try to run it at 50% fuel too. I might even get down to the 35% range just to see if it stabilizes the truck anymore.
Only thing I would suggest with the 35% thing, the only issue you're going to have is we're going to have a lot of pit stops and not a lot of racing.
I don't mind that. And yes, I mean, even at 35% fuel, you can probably still run 20 laps. And then we get more green flag pit stops, which actually would probably make the racing better.
So do 35% fuel, pull the temperature and the relative humidity down. Maybe not on all of them, just like I don't know, half or a little less than half of the race. Pick the fun tracks like Atlanta, Charlotte, Kentucky, Kansas, whatever, and just let them go out there and battle it out with speed.
Yeah,
But you
that's
still keep your 35%, so there still is
so we're still making them pit.
right.
We run.
There's still a change in it.
The funny thing is, we run 50% fuel in the K&N series, and I've often, because that car's tight all the time, I've often thought about going up to 100% fuel in it to loosen it up some. So it's weird. One of them, I'm thinking about going down more with the fuel when we've always run 100% in the truck, and the other one I'm thinking about going up in the fuel for different reasons. One's too tight and the other one's too loose.
See, I wouldn't go 100% fuel though with the K&N.
I like it at 50% because, like I said, we get a 28 lap run on a mile and a half. You got to come in and pit, and then you add green flag pit stops. And anytime you add a green flag pit stop, there's always that potential that your leader might get a penalty.
Yeah, right. I would maybe just go to 75% because that'll do enough to loosen it up significantly, and you'll still get more racing. Those cars are so much more. I wouldn't say stable, but they're not as powerful, so there's a lot more room for error in them. And the downforce isn't a lot in them to begin with. Certain tracks are really loose already.
I don't know if you noticed this or not, Jeff, but that 45 of Josh Abney there is currently riding in the 4th position.
Green.
Well, I know.
If I talk that much riding up there, I'd done wrecked the whole field twice.
I've done almost spun her out a couple times.
You do. You're one of the best I've seen at that, by the way. I mean, you can call the race that well, and you do it from the driver's seat, which is really phenomenal.
That's why we were talking about doing, do some of the driver interview, people or whatever that do it from the inside of the car, just even if it's for a lap.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, now that you're up here tonight, I'm going to go ahead and give you permissions under caution to pull drivers up. How about that?
All right, that's cool. I can figure out how to work this damn Discord since I hate this.
All you got to do is right-click on their name, and you'll see the move to, and then you'll be able to move them up to the broadcast booth.
Guys, this track is tightened up a lot.
So I give you permissions that should allow you to move drivers. Oh, 3 wide and contact between the 86 and the 12. They're both sideways, and damn it. Big wreck, big junk right there. Corey Cook gets caught up in it. Somebody ends up on their lid. Is that the 12? No, 32. 32 ends up on his lid.
All I saw was a guy flipping into the catch fence.
All right, so that's exciting stuff right there. That's what the viewers want to see. Let's burn it down with fire. Let's see what happened here that caused it. Looked like a little contact, and them guys were synchronized spinning.
That should be the
That's what happened.
Olympics. Forget synchronized swimming. Put spinning in the Olympics.
Yeah, synchronized spinning. That would be awesome, by the way. It really would. 3 wide never works good, especially after these restarts. And the 70 went down to the bottom. The 86 moved up a little bit. Made contact with the 12. Damn it, the 51 lost his motor over it. I mean, a lot of junk right now. But I'll tell you what, there might be a good sale on some used truck parts on pit road.
Racing Warehouse is going to have a lot of shit.
There might be some good barbecues down there too, Jeff.
you know why I had to park it and come up? I had made this change in my app file where the auto repairs unchecked.
Oh no.
And I wasn't used to it because I'm used to always having to check it and uncheck it.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there waiting. It got done with the one repairs, and then it said 43 minutes required. Wouldn't let me start the car. I said, God dang it, I forgot I made that change.
Yeah, I see Hal Amy and a lot of people have made it into the YouTube chat. I'm glad to see you in here. Parker, how you doing, buddy? We're doing good up here in the broadcast booth. I know Abney's doing good. He's got his 45 truck moved up into the 3rd spot.
Who is this Josh Abney you speak of? I've never heard of him.
Man, I'll tell you, he just shows up out of nowhere from time to time, and he got him a win. He got him a win, and I'll call that a big win that you got over there at AMS, man. That's a tough league.
Some of these guys in that league, man. Glenn Murphy, Randy Arms, Glenn Murphy Jr., Josh Thaxton. These guys, I've raced with them for a season and a half. I joined their league last year when I first started, and the speeds that these guys run, how fast they do, and how consistent they are, it's insane.
Well, Glenn Murphy Jr., just to give you an idea, has got about an 8,000 I rating. So that tells you
There's no way.
Yes, he does. Look him up. It's 7,000 or 8,000, his I rating.
Glenn Murphy Jr.,
yes,
my lord.
Glenn and Dalton
the
Baldwin.
realtor.
Dalton Baldwin's another one that is
Dalton. Yeah,
really
Dalton.
fast, really high I rating, just really good drivers, and they're good.
Yeah.
They're really good people to learn from.
Yeah, well, Dalton unfortunately hasn't been able to race a lot this season because of work, but I've always enjoyed racing with him, and they're all people. I don't think I've had an issue with really any of them, any of the guys that I've raced with in that league on Monday night. And Monday night's usually the only time where I know for sure I'm able to race. That's why I wish I could do this more, because I love running with these guys in this league as well. It's just it's unfortunate that I don't have the time to. But yeah, those guys were really good to learn from. I worked with a bunch of them. I knew a few of them from console days. Hank Allen, for example, I've known for almost 12 years now. But it's a lot of fun over there, and a lot of good people to learn from. And it was Michigan in the Cup car, so a lot of things. So I mean, it wasn't. I say it wasn't so much of a skills track, but at the same time, it took a lot for me to understand and to understand this package that we have now, and it's been a hell of a lot of fun. So I do appreciate that from you guys as well. It means a lot.
Well, thank you. It definitely means a lot to us over at WFO. It takes quite a bit to put on a good league, and I've always looked up to Chris Ostrander and those guys over at AMS for doing just that and doing it so long. And
yeah, Chris does a very good job. Chris, Kennan, Randy, Dalton.
All those guys do a great job with that, and I've always looked up to them for that. I've always had a lot of fun going over and racing with those guys. So,
wish you would show up some more, man. It's fun to race around you.
I'm going to try to. We'll see how Monday nights go. I mean, when you do this in regular season, I got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with WFO, so I got to have some family nights too.
Of course, I completely understand that, brother. Family comes first. I've missed races for family events, and I don't regret it one bit.
Mason must be feeling generous. They're 2x2 again.
Yeah, I saw that. I was going to mention that, but I think because we're starting to weed out some of
probably
get it to go. It really didn't change much when we switched it to one.
All right, so 2x2, and the pace car is in. 39's your leader. He's going to get out to a good restart here.
Green flag, green flag.
I think that 45 was sleeping again.
Dude, restarts are my Achilles heel, I swear.
And I'm going to click off to 39 because his connection causes my stream to hiccup a little bit. We'll go back here to the 44 and the 45 and the 23, and watch out for that 70. Ballantyne's on the move right now. Robert David Ballantyne driving that number 70 truck, working the middle of the racetrack. He's got a blinker behind him. He's getting a hell of a run through the center of the track there. Not giving you any ideas there, Josh, but
center is just not my go-to right now.
It's working for him, especially center off. He's just getting a good run.
Yeah, I might switch it. 3 and 4, it may work better. I don't know.
The problem is he's not getting a good run quick enough where he can take advantage of it. But now he's going to get the 23 to say, hey, I'll take a look up there. And while he done that, the 70 is going to drive right to the inside of him.
Yeah, that didn't work for me in 3 and 4. I lost a lot of time.
That's a good way sometimes to set somebody up as they're... Oh, there's contact. 23's hard into the outside wall. He's going to collect it, and oh no, the 96 bumps him, and the wreck is on after that. Holy shit.
From my mirror, I couldn't tell if maybe the 70 got up into him, but going into the corner, they got into each other.
Well, I'll tell you how we can tell. We'll burn it down with some fire. We'll get that fire going on.
Fire! That was really bad.
And then we'll take a little bit different view. You can see the... I don't know if it was contact or not between them, but we're going to take a look one more time. It was contact. It's contact between the 70 and the 23. I don't think the 70 meant to do it. It looked like they were entering the corner, and one come down, and one tried to arch it a little bit more, and contact happened.
Getting down to nitty gritty, guys.
We are. I see that. 10 laps to go.
I really need to.
How the fuck am I supposed to pull somebody up here under caution if it keeps being? I mean, during the race, if there keeps being cautions.
Well, you do it during the caution. You can pull them up now.
I don't want to do it in a caution. I want to do it when
No, I don't want to do it while they're driving. No, it'll be another caution.
No,
You gotta. If you're gonna pull them up, you gotta do it while we're under caution.
I'm trying to pick who I think like Barfield. I can pull him up here during.
Oh
the race.
yeah, but he's
Nobody
not in
around
here.
him. He's running. Oh,
He's
he
not in
isn't, is he?
Discord. Nah.
No, he's not in Discord because remember we opened that up for a lot. But I'll tell you what, if you want to pull someone up, drag that 88 up here of Mayhem Moody. Let's see how Mayhem's race is going.
Mayhem Moody.
During the run.
No, drag him up right now. Let's see how his race is going for him.
I'll do it myself.
All
I
right,
can do it.
Here we go.
I don't know if he's out on the track though.
Aaron, what's up, buddy?
Dave Moody.
There he is. There's Moody. He's on the track driving in the 16th position. How you doing, Moody?
Man, I'm hanging in there.
We got Mayhem in the house.
Heck yeah.
Let's take a look. I got some special things. You guys can talk to him. I'm going to try to pull some stuff up so people can see here.
How's that thing running for you?
Well, every 2 or 3 laps, it's great because I'm in the pit stall getting new tires.
Yeah. That's not the answer I expected out of that. Not gonna lie.
Well, at least
I
he
was
was
gonna-
honest.
I was going to ask you about your tire wear, but you know that.
It's
Yeah,
probably
Goodyear,
non-existent.
Goodyear loves us right now. We're into them for about a $500,000 just in this race.
Yeah. Crap.
I know, and you're only using 1% of your tire.
We're just
1%.
we're not changing the tires. We're just rotating them.
We're scuffing them for them.
Hey man, put some grip on them tires. They're too slick.
Hey, at least
Yeah.
you'll have a whole bunch of them for the next race, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Just carry them over to hell with new tires. We want to save the team's money, so you just scuff all these tires up and bring them to the next race.
That's right. Well, we stayed pretty clean. I got to get a paint job for this thing. I'll let my spotter know we need a sponsor.
Well, I'll tell you, Mayhem, it's good to have you back, buddy.
Heck yeah, man!
We've
I'm
had you
loving
back for a few weeks now, and we have to get you in the booth to give the fans the excitement.
it. Heck yeah, we'll get up there. I'll call a cup race with you or something because I plan on racing K&N and some truck races. Try to get my skills a little better.
Well,
I
that's
got to beat him in there too.
that sounds awesome, man. It looks like you guys are going 2x2 now.
I think so. That's he said he wants to try this out. I don't know why. We ain't been successful all night. So.
We weren't really
Maybe.
successful with the single car file.
I think we go 3 wide. Just get it over with.
Well, at least you got a
Indy car.
patriotic paint scheme. It's red, white, and blue.
That's right. Yeah.
Hit them with the Indy cars.
Makes it for yeah. That's right. We'll do a 5-second interval. Look like
Yeah.
a drag race going off out of here.
Awesome.
We get the we get this in here. I think we should do it since we're at Kentucky. We should do it like a Kentucky Derby, and all of us just line up.
Yeah. get a flagman down there.
That'd be awesome.
We need to wait. We need to wait if we get a green white checker. Do that.
Heck yeah,
Yeah.
everybody just line up, call out pole positions, and line them up.
Yo, I can drag. I know how to drag race, man. Without swell.
What room was you in, David? I didn't even.
He's down there with Steve Blankenship.
Yeah, sky racing, boys. I appreciate it, man. Good racing tonight. We're having a ball.
Man, Mayhem, good luck to you with about 6 to go on this restart here. Go get him, buddy.
I'm just trying to learn.
All right, David Moody. He's always a good one to bring up here. Great personality.
See if I can get y'all that get a victory while in the broadcast booth.
That'd be awesome, actually.
That'd be wild.
We're 2x2, so these guys are getting ready for a restart. But I don't know if it's going to be our last restart, Jeff.
Probably not.
I guess we're going to use both green right records.
You might use both of them tonight. It wouldn't surprise me if you did, but it'll put on a good show for the fans either way.
Yes, sir.
So here we go. Pace car's in. That 39 of James Barfield's your leader. He's going to get a good restart here. You better get on the gas there.
I got a better restart this time than I did last time.
Yeah, actually you did, but you got to watch out. Craig Lerman in that 43. He's looking in that middle lane there. You're under 10 to go here at 6 laps to go. Some of these guys are going to start getting hungry. Oh, Abney's losing it. We're going to keep the camera on him. And we have our caution. Abney saved it, but somebody else didn't. I see one that's smoking and broken. That's going to be the 33 truck.
I just about had a heart attack.
Hey, I got one.
Good job hanging on to that thing.
Let me interview you real quick, Josh.
All right, so we're going to burn it down with fire. Let's see what happened here.
Yep, we're watching the replay. Did you shit your pants a little bit?
Surprisingly, no. But I definitely have to go now.
Oh, 33 just got loose on his own, and damn, he hit that inside wall a ton with that left front.
That is the first time I've gotten loose this entire race. That's so weird.
That's Brian Miskell Jr. in that 33.
Was your butthole playing peekaboo with the brown?
the brown worm is playing peekaboo with the butthole.
However you want to spin it, brother.
The snake was coming out of the cubby.
Well, it cost you a couple spots there, but it could have been a heck of a lot worse than that.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's okay. You still got a couple green-white checkers to go, man. You'll be fine.
Yeah. At least I get 2 green-white checkers. Good.
I got to tell you this. I went out there a minute ago to go to the bathroom. My wife usually works from home a lot at night, and she has just a laptop. So I get out there. She's got her laptop. She's got big-ass computer screen set up around her recliner. And I was like, God dang, that's the way to go right there. You're getting some shit done now.
That is how to get it done, right around a recliner. Maybe I'll move my whole rig into the living room and won't have to sit back here in this chair and do this no more.
She was kicked back, had the big screen over next to her, laptop in her lap.
Next thing we know, we'll hear Vern. We'll hear Vern freaking passed out on the broadcast this morning.
Sleeping and snoring.
His mic will be open. He'll be snoring.
That would be pretty funny.
I could see it.
Well, let's see. Let's bring Corey up here since he's currently running in sick.
Grab him, Corey Cook.
What the crap?
Corey, don't talk shit. You're in the booth now.
Oh, I
Jeff
am?
Vernon.
Oh, Corey Cook. How you doing, buddy?
Doing fine. How about y'all?
Not too bad. We got you up here in the broadcast booth. Jeff, want to see how you're doing?
I had a no shit moment.
He had an almost shit moment.
Yeah, really. I don't know if you saw that from the cockpit.
Corey,
Yeah,
tell us a
I'm
little bit about what you're feeling, man.
I'm feeling like I screwed myself.
Well, that's not good.
That I was hoping the tire wear would be a little bit more to my advantage, but that 39 up there is pretty fast.
He's on the same tires as me right now, brother. So if you pitted recently, you technically have an advantage. But the thing is, the tire wear, from at least from what I've noticed, it's not that big. It's actually tight. It gets tighter, and it drives better the longer the run goes. So who knows?
You can drive
Right.
it. You can drive it hard as shit in the first couple of laps. I mean, just get after it, and then kind of settle in.
Yeah, I got really loose there. That was the first time I've been loose the entire race, and these tires only got like 5 laps on them.
Well, I'll tell you, Corey, it looks to me like if that thing's going to get crazy on you, to do it in the first 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah.
I've seen some
And
people.
like I said, my real worry is that 39. He seems to be good on those old tires. I know the 20 tends to drift up, so I ain't really concerned about him.
I haven't been around the 43 the entire race, so I really quick he's been.
Well, Barfield in that 39's been fast all race long, so we've seen the 20 up there. We've seen you up there with that 61 more than one time, Corey, so good luck to you coming up to the end of this thing, buddy.
All right, thank you. I'm glad to be part of it.
Where were you at?
All right, we got one.
I still
was
gotta
in
learn
general.
where everybody was at.
Let's put him back in the main lobby.
Main lobby, I think, is where he was.
He's already gone.
Well, he
Nah,
moved
I moved
himself.
him. I moved
Oh.
No, I moved him. I put
I
him
thought
in
he got
general. There
tired
was
of
nobody
waiting
there.
for us to figure out how to work it, moved himself.
There wasn't nobody there, so I moved him down to where there was people. I got to figure out where everybody's at. I still haven't learned all that.
All right,
All
we
right,
got the 2x2 action going on.
I'm going balls to the wall here, fellas.
Don't run over your balls.
Well,
Well, if he puts them
Yeah,
on the
that-
wall, I don't think he's going to be able to run over them, but
no, they might get squished.
Right.
The
That would
truck
suck.
behind him might run him up.
that's exactly what would happen. The damn 20 truck would, or the 61 would slam up into him.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. My balls are so goddamn big right now. Being in this broadcast booth, they're probably already back to 20th position by themselves.
Look at this. I got an old buddy from Southeast Motorsports. He's running with us now. He's running 8th. Michael Updegraff. I ain't seen him in probably over a year.
That's
he just
awesome.
popped in.
All right, here we go. Pace car's off. Oh, looks like the 39's going to wait it out to the green flag here. I think he might have put himself at a slight disadvantage doing that.
Yeah, he definitely did. Oh!
Oh, almost contact there, but almost don't count until somebody's wrecking.
No, you got one losing.
We're getting a green-white checker.
Yeah, we just had one. That was our first one, so this is the last restart.
This is
right
the
here.
last restart. Then, if that counted that as a green-white checker, this one's going to do it. So let's burn it down right here with some fire.
I don't know what caused that. I saw the 43 get almost into the 20, and I don't know what happened on side of the 20. That probably happened behind everybody, though, I think.
I should mute Corey's chat just because he always does it to me.
It doesn't give you, if I bump you up in Discord, you won't have permissions in the race. Oh, 86 and 23 get together, and the 23, actually the 86 gets maybe the worst of it here. I don't think either one of them come out that bad. It was just a little bit of loop-de-loop.
23 was just removed. I think that was his third race.
Uh-oh.
Or third caution.
Third strike.
3 strikes, you're out!
That's what they say.
Alright. So I'm starting on the outside, fellas.
Let's pull up the graph up here after so long he hasn't been running. He's a good racer. He's very clean. You tend to find him up toward the front. He's not very fast all the time, but you tend to find him right, kind of like Hal. Hal's always up there toward the front, no matter what.
Yeah, let's pull up the ass in here, why don't we?
I've said that to him before, and he said, "You don't know how many times I've heard that."
I'm sure it wouldn't be his first time.
Won't be his last either. Hey, Mike up the ass, how you doing?
Mike, up the ass. What's going on?
Back in 3rd grade, shit.
Back in 3rd grade. You have my permission not to put up with any of that shit, man.
Pernition?
Yeah,
Pernition.
You need to go back to grade school so you can learn how to talk.
You're probably right.
Michael, you can just leave the race right now if you don't want to put up with none of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is every week, brother.
It's not this bad every week.
No, I did. I talked to Michael before the race. He popped in. I was surprised to see him, and then he said he's going to start racing a whole lot more now. He got his stuff back together, so I told him to come on and join with us and see if he does.
Yep, I'm back.
Well, I'm sorry that he drug you into this tonight.
Phew.
Man, it's
Hey,
been a rough one.
Three Southeast Motorsports people running. You're the only one left, and you haven't been here.
Yeah, I know, right?
I will call
I've
that
just
beginner's luck tonight.
No, I just ain't been aggressive. It's been chilling.
You ain't got but about a lap to be aggressive.
That's all I need.
you
I don't know.
better-
I might get up to 5th, but it's about as far as I probably make.
You're
wanna
going to
see-
get up to 5th. Let me see. You're in 9th. All right. I want to see if you.
Hey, as long as I start on the bottom, I have a chance.
I'm starting P4 this. I'm on the outside. I'm in the spot I've been this entire dang race. Oh boy.
Well, do you got a fast truck there, Mike?
It's not damaged, so.
That's a good sign because I'm looking at some of the other trucks, so that might be an advantage for you there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
hey, Michael. Also, before you leave, change your name to Michael Updegraff, so that way people know.
All right, I will.
Yeah, just set it as your nickname.
I don't know what the Thug Nation is, or Thug Sufficient, or
Thug inefficient, is that what that means?
Magnificent.
Thugnificent. Oh god, that's even worse.
just change it to Updegraff, and you'll be fine.
I forgot it was on there.
Up the ass.
Well, he hasn't been here for real. It's been what, about a year since you run?
2 years.
Yeah, there you go. It's been a long
Damn,
time.
it's been a while.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna put you back down to the bottom because there ain't nobody in Southeast. So, if you don't want to talk, just be quiet and listen. Or if it's gonna bother you, then you can move out of here.
It's only 2 laps. Well, it'll probably be a half a lap, and we'll go back under caution. But
No, it's green white checker. There won't be another caution.
Hey,
okay.
is it supposed to feel good if the dog licks your nuts? I was just curious.
All
That's a
right.
good
Getting ready for that green.
Okay. Let's not talk about that.
Now we're getting ready to go back to green here. Let's keep it clean until we get to the end of this thing.
Yeah, hopefully. Alright. I gotta be on my toes here.
I'm gonna keep my camera on you, Updegraff. See what happens now. I want to see this fifth.
Or
All right, 2x2. Next caution is going to end the race. So let's see if they can finish it under green or if they're going to end it under caution here. James Barfield, the 39-year leader. Pace car's in. Barfield's going to launch a little earlier this time. That's going to help him out a ton as he launches out to about a 6 truck link advantage. Troy Cook in that 51 working the outside of the 20 there. You got the 44 working to the outside of the 45 of Josh Abney. Oh, he comes down across Abney's nose, and there's the wreck.
Are you kidding me?
Flag is out.
Big junk. 20 truck in the fence. 51 turned around. 15 turned around. 45 of Josh Abney turned around, and I think that's probably going to end it. We're going to burn it down with fire one more time for you so we can take a look at what happened. Looked like it happened, like I said. I think he come down across your nose. And things went junk after that.
Unfreaking believable, bro. That's the dumbest move. I understand.
Remember, we're in a broadcast booth.
I know.
I know you're frustrated, but remember that we're in a broadcast booth.
Don't know what the heck he was doing there. That was stupid.
Get to the end of the race there. Sometimes people make moves that they wouldn't take any other time, but I agree with you. That frustrates me too, for sure.
It just... He's not even close to clear. He didn't have enough of a run. I actually was probably quicker than him. But
And that's going to do it right there. That's a checkered flag for James Barfield driving a number 39. Second place tonight, Craig Lerman in the number 43. And our third place finisher, if my scoring would ever straighten itself out, is going to be Corey Cook driving a number 61. So we had Corey in here earlier. He's able to bring it home third. Abney, you definitely had a fast truck and a good run tonight. Man, we hated to see that there at the end.
yeah, that's...
Vern, am I reading this right? What's fifth place?
Huh?
Am I reading this right? What is fifth place?
Well, let me go through my timing and
Mike
scoring. That's
got
all out
fifth.
of Michael Updegraff, fifth place right there in the 96. And his
Fourth.
first fourth.
That's what he
Yeah,
said.
he's come in and scored fourth. Yep. Timing and scoring updated him to fourth, so it must have updated it after the finish line there. And good job, man.
Thank you, thank you.
And James Barfield, if you happen to be tuned into the broadcast, you're welcome to go to WFORaceleague.com. Scroll down to the bottom of any page and connect to our Discord server. Come in here and we'll give you an interview. Second place, we had, who did I say? I said it once.
I told the top 3 to come on in. Vern, I gave him the
Corey
website
Cook.
link.
Actually, let's get Corey Cook up here. He finished second, so we can go ahead and get that interview going. Corey Cook, this is broadcast booth.
Howdy.
You got a copy again?
Yes, sir.
Man, you got it up there to second. I'm probably thinking you might have wanted to see that thing go green there.
Wait, I got it up to second?
Yeah, you're showing second in finishing order for me.
That's me too.
I thought I was third because I was pretty sure it had 2 cars in front of me.
It showed a couple of y'all third, fourth, and fifth. Like it showed up to graph fifth, and it moved y'all all up one spot.
Yeah, it timing and scoring had to get straightened out, and it didn't do it until you guys took the across the finish line there. So
well,
that's
a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, once it sorted itself out, it scored you second. Barfield in the 39 was the winner, and it got you scored up in second. So
10-4.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Abney's
bet-
actually getting on to him, saying that whoever it was cost second on back a top.
Well, the thing about it is, man, I mean, good night for you. We had you up here talking to you earlier, and you're able to bring the thing home second. So tell us about your race and anyone you want to thank and any of that.
I want to just thank you guys for bringing me out, for allowing me to race out here. It's fun. These trucks are definitely a handful to handle on these tracks.
39 blew his motor. I had to laugh a little bit.
Hey, I was having too much fun.
Man, it's awesome to have you guys come out. If it weren't for you drivers, then we wouldn't have a league over here to broadcast, just so you know that. And I'm happy to put these things up when we get good drivers out there and just a good group of people together for the league. So
Yeah. I honestly thought once I pitted after I took the lead on when that caution came out, I thought I may have an advantage with tire wear, but that didn't turn out too well.
yeah,
Well, a lot of times too, because you think you have the advantage, you can get into it and drive it a little harder, and then
Yeah, I saw he kept on diving to the bottom, so I knew he was using up his tires more than I was, which was my goal. I was trying to get him to use that bottom and keep that high side
occupied.
yeah, that's awesome. I would go after our third place driver, but it's going to score Jake Burchell there, and I don't see him in Discord either. So
Yeah,
I don't think them
give him a
guys are-
moment. He may be.
Do you know him?
No, but I mean the first time, I
Yeah, it
came
took
in like
you a little bit.
podium place.
Well, we can
Yeah, it
move
took-
on with the interviews. We'll do the driver of the day, and then we'll go ahead, and if those guys show up, give them an interview before we end the broadcast here. But our driver of the day is none other than Troy Cook in the 51. So
Oh, let me find him. Hold up.
he's floating down there somewhere.
I got him. I found him.
Corey, good job tonight.
Thank you, and I had a blast. Y'all take care.
Troy Cook. This is Vern and Jeff and Michael up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, gotcha. What's up, guys?
You son of a bitch. I think you beat out Amy for the first time and got driver of the
Oh yeah,
You
he
did
wasn't
it.
even here.
You did it,
Do I
man.
need to head out or?
This is
Oh,
a
yeah,
day
we
in
can.
history.
You can hang out or head out, whatever you want to do, Corey. It's up to you.
Fair enough.
This is a day in history, Troy. You
Well,
beat
that's pretty
out-
cool.
It is. He made history. Troy Cook in the 51. The fans showed up for you, and I'm not going to lie, man. Looked like some of them Hal Amy fans showed up for you, too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks to them for
But
voting for me.
Couple of
Man,
guys
that's-
made it
that's
interesting
crazy.
tonight in that vote. One of those guys was the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger, bringing some voters in, and so was the 49, Tim Hamlet. He definitely
Yeah,
had
but
fun.
how did you get your mama to vote 47 times, Troy? I do not understand.
She loves me because I'm special.
Now that-
Under 47 different
Quote,
accounts.
special.
She had 47 different YouTube accounts. I
What
mean,
happened to
God,
you? I didn't even see you.
I got wrecked out.
He spent most of his race up here in the booth with us.
I did. It's from lap 49 on.
I think he figured after his truck got tore up for the third time that he'd retire it and come up to the broadcast booth.
I knew it. I said, this is my favorite track. I said, I'll be out halfway through the race starts.
That sucks.
Hey, real quick, just thanks to the Amy family for voting for me, and prayers to your family.
Absolutely.
Sure. That's how he did it. He paid off Hal's family to vote for him since Hal wasn't here. I see.
Well, Hal wasn't here. Our prayers are definitely out to the Amy family right now. We wish for a speedy recovery for Hal's dad and Diana's mother. And
absolutely.
So that's
yep, absolutely
first on our minds tonight and in our hearts, and then we definitely want to pray for all the people down in the Bahamas that lost everything due to one of those damn hurricanes.
That was nasty, man. It just sat over there for 2 days and pounded.
I saw it at one point. I looked at my radar. It said it was moving at 0 miles an hour at
Category 5.
Oh, it dead stalled on them.
It was a Cat 5 for 2 days. No, I'm sorry, 36 hours. And a Cat 5 just sitting there. And it was the eye that was over them. I mean, it wasn't even just the outer winds. It was nasty.
No, they were getting pounded by the worst of it for sure. And
oh yeah,
you can see it on the news, all the devastation down there, and it really you hate it for those people. And hopefully they can get airports cleared out and the ports cleared out so we can get supplies into them and they can start rebuilding their lives.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll be hopefully sooner rather than later for those people. I definitely hate to see how that affected them.
It's definitely going to take at least a few days, for the hurricane to actually move out, if it hasn't already. I haven't looked at the weather map lately.
It moved out. It's already skirted up our coast. And
so then they have to repair all the damages, clear the debris from the runway, the ports, and whatever damages was caused. So that's obviously going to take a few days.
I know. And then another thing, CNN's already established it's Trump's fault, so I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Man, bringing these Trump bringing the hurricane. Well, if it's Trump's fault, then he would also be responsible for keeping it off of Florida and the other states and keeping it pushed out in the Atlantic. So,
no, that's not his fault. Only where it hit.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out how they established it
because he believes global warming,
dude. We'll say Trump 2020.
Absolutely.
Corey Cook, good run for you tonight.
You know why he doesn't have glasses? Because he's got 2020.
He's got 2020, man.
All right, fellas. We all have a great night.
Congrats for unseating Hal there on the driver of the day once again.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and my family, too. My mom and dad watching.
Enjoy it while you have it this week, because he'll be back next week.
And we'll take it how we can get it.
Actually, if you guys don't know, tomorrow night I'm going to put up another fun race, and we're going to have the K&N car at Michigan, and it's going to be pretty significant for the fact that we're going to get the V7 tire model tomorrow.
Hey, since it's a fun race, Vern, do like I said earlier, pull the temperature and the humidity all the way down, and just let it.
Well, no, we're not doing that. And here's why: because we definitely want to get the first driver in for an interview that blows a right front tire tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, they're doing that.
You're getting a V7. We're going to get the V7 tire model, which is supposed to wear just like a real tire. You're going to start off on lower pressures, and depending on how hard you push them, is how hard they'll come up on pressure. And if you push them too hard, you can blow your right front tire or a tire. So.
Well, that's gonna suck.
It's gonna be very
I
interesting.
Have a quick question.
Yes.
So does that mean if you get into the wall a little bit, does it cut down your tire? Or
yes.
I don't. Well, here's the thing. I know the K&N car is getting a V7 tire model, but it's not getting the new damage model. The only car that's getting that is the Skippy right now. So. I want to see the new damage model. I really do. I'm gonna have to get in a Skippy and mess around with it to see it. But supposedly you can have tires and suspension components fail and fall off your car.
Wow.
So that'll be pretty cool. I mean, just to get the damage a little more realistic, I think would be awesome.
That means if it blows the tire, it's gonna pull your whole fender out. It's gonna.
Exactly. In the new damage model, they say if you blow the tire, the tread will tear the fender off, more than likely.
Wow.
So, I think it's cool. I mean, there's been some pretty good. I've been on iRacing since beta, so every time something's come out, I remember it. But certain updates
Was
have been
that,
more significant. Dynamic tracks was a big one. Adding dirt was a really big one for me, and this new tire model is huge.
Was that the
So
master beta version?
Yeah, it was the master beta version.
The master beta version.
you see where you went with that, right?
I'm just wondering
I
how
know
many
where you
people's
went.
going to say nobody's going to say
Hopefully.
fuck a whole bunch because Nation's not here.
Well,
I
the
mean,
first
we're like 47 fucks short.
the first milestone was when iRacing released iRacing to the public, and all us beta guys were like, "Fuck! Now we got to let all them in."
So that made y'all the master betas.
But it those times you think about it, and they weren't a ton of fun because the one feature we didn't have for quite a while was league racing. And when iRacing added league racing, it was significant. And that must have been somewhere maybe 2010 or 11 when we got.
That had to have been when the NASCAR drivers and stuff started joining because they could set the rooms and practice.
Actually, a lot of them were already, like Dale Earnhardt Jr., T.J. Majors, and a lot of them were already in here. A.J. Allmendinger, they were already in here before that. So,
All right, go ahead.
what do you got going on, Corey?
I gotta go ahead and take off. That K&M race, it is tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it'll go up at the same time this one did. So server will open at 8 p.m.
All right, assuming that I still have power tomorrow because I'm in the Carolinas. So,
How close are you to the coast there?
60 miles.
Ooh, not too.
You're probably going to be fine. I think what I watched is it may turn a little more out to the northeast. So I don't know. I hope everything's good for you though.
Yeah,
It's nasty if it gets.
It brushed up our east coast and got pretty close in a couple of spots, and I can tell you it wasn't that bad.
All right, well, I mean, if I'm here tomorrow, I will definitely be here tomorrow if I still get power. If I'm not, then yeah, I'm out.
Well, we hope you got power, Corey. Hopefully everything's
All right.
okay for all of you up in the Carolinas. You know, we're thinking about you guys too. Hopefully you come out of this all right.
All right, we'll tough it out one way or another. Anyway, y'all take.
All right, Corey, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for coming out and racing with us.
See you, Corey.
Yeah, I have fun. Later.
All right, so we do have the V7 tire model coming for the K&N cars tomorrow, and I'm excited about it. I was so excited. I thought we were getting it today, but then iRacing released this morning that they were going to push it back a day.
Do you think there's going to be any kind of glitches?
There could be.
I mean, I hope not, but because I mean that would.
I hope not too, but it wouldn't be the first time we've seen it happen, Jeff.
Yeah, I know you're right.
Every time we get new stuff, it seems that there's bugs here and there, and just so you know, if you haven't read it already, the K&N is the only oval car that got it.
Yes, I did read that.
So
I would just hate for everybody to take off on a green flag and then everybody's tire blow.
But I figure since our season starts, September 10th, so it's right around the corner.
I'm trying to decide what I want to race. Am I going to race? I'm definitely always going to race the trucks, but the K&N or the Xfinity, and I go to the fact that I've never raced a full season of Xfinity. I mean, K&N. So I think I'm going to run the K&N.
Awesome.
And I'm going to keep the 14 unless you're running. If you're running, I'll give you the 14.
Well, hopefully we see you tomorrow night so you can test that thing out. I would like to be racing. No, I'm not running the 14 years this season.
I agreed with my wife that I'd run 2 nights a week because at one point I was running every night of the week and not paying attention to nothing in the household. So I had to agree I'd race 2 nights a week. So I didn't race Tuesday. So I'll probably run that tomorrow night.
Awesome. Be good
I've
to see
only
you
been
there.
running anything the WFO runs. I haven't run any.
Well, we are going to keep our K&N on Tuesday night. That's why tomorrow's test night is important for us, or we'll call it another fun race, but it's really a test night. It's important for us to see how much the K&N cars are going to be affected, next season. and we already know that the trucks can be a handful. So we're gonna make a few changes to that and try to get it dialed in, and we may even go to your way with at least the trucks, Jeff, to keep them stable.
Yeah, no, I'd love to see the temps and the relative humidity down on the trucks. Not all the races, just the ones where you see, you know what, there's usually a lot of cautions here. Let's pull down the track temperature all the way, and then some of the other ones maybe like pull them down to 70, you know, whatever, just play with it. But then also on the K&N tomorrow, if you pull the track temperature down all the way and the relative humidity down all the way, and you set, let's just say 35% fuel where you got to pit a lot, you're definitely going to see the tire wear and the tires blow because there's more speed in the car and they're wearing out the right front tire at Michigan.
Right. No, you're right. A lot of stuff will affect it that way, and that's what I'm going to stick with our normal method tomorrow night on what we've been doing, just to see from running our normal method what kind of difference there is. I'm excited about the new tire model. I'm not going to lie. I am a fan of it, but I'm sure after tomorrow night there's going to be a lot of people wanting the old tires back on the car.
There's always somebody wanting something back on the car after every update. So
one thing about iRacing is over the years they've been good about giving us change, and sometimes we flow good with the change, and other times we kind of wanted to change back. Like I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big fan of this new truck. I want the other one back. In fact, I want the pickup cup truck back. That was my favorite.
I'm a big fan of this truck as long as they can get the tires right. So that's my big thing.
And who knows? Maybe next year, next season, we can get the V7 tires on the truck. Maybe this season will be bad enough with the truck after last season that they give us the V7 tires next season.
It might not even take that long. I've seen where they went about a week and then said, okay, here's an update, and they changed something.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of that's just going to depend on where they're at on that stuff. They've got, I think we got some new cars coming out tomorrow, so they've worked on some other stuff. One of the things they worked on is the dynamic tracks, where we talked about when you go into a session fresh, how much faster the track is. That's going to change.
I've also emailed them about, they've got the dirt, they've got the trucks, cars, they've got everything you could want with racing. They need to tackle next. They need to tackle NHR.
Yeah, that's something that's been thrown out there for years, and I wouldn't be surprised if we threw dirt at them for years too, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's not something working on the back burners there. I really
think about how cool that would be, though. NHRA. I mean,
I think what they're ultimately looking for is like the total race platform.
Right.
I mean,
they can corner all the market, then hey, they
right on. Nobody has to go nowhere else, and all those subscriptions add up to a lot of dollars.
R factor falls in the water.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and it's cool though. I mean, just to see in my 11 years here where things have went, and I could tell you guys it's gotten better and better and better, even though we have problems.
I've only been here since 2013, so I mean, it's still a long time, but I haven't been here since the beginning like you.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me for sure.
When you first got on iRacing, when you first got it, I mean, what was your thought?
It honestly, when I first got it.
Now was it between iRacing and R Factor?
No, it was between iRacing and NR 2003.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, when I went up the Papyrus ladder, my first online racing experience was with NASCAR Racing 1999 edition, and you connected through what was called the TEN Network or Total Entertainment Network online, and that was my first multiplayer experience in online racing. Was on that. My second was with dirt track racing, but
now the first time I got on was on the computer, and I came over from Xbox, was NASCAR 2011. And then a friend of mine said, no, try this iRacing stuff, which was a couple years, 2013. Try this iRacing. So we tried it, and my dad tried it, and he said, "Oh, this is awesome." I was like, "Yeah, I don't got the money to get that right now." He said, "No. I've already got you an account. Just come on." So and at that point, my kids took over my Xbox, and that was history. I've
Man,
been
that's
here ever since.
awesome. It's good to talk about the old times too. I mean, going back through all the old video games and stuff, and I followed the papyrus ladder all the way up, and I was on 2003, and I got a beta invite to iRacing in 2008.
See, I can't even tell you what Papyrus is.
Well, Papyrus is where really iRacing come from. All the guys at iRacing worked for Papyrus and developed the NASCAR racing sims there. So a lot of people that don't know this, they think iRacing has 11 years of development. They don't. iRacing has 25 years of development or more, maybe 30 now. That's how long those.
And the fact they can laser scan tracks now is phenomenal.
And all that, I mean, all that come from the papyrus days, the things that they were doing, the models that they were working on, and how they were getting, the cars to come out and the tires to react and stuff like that. They carried it on through the years, and when they launched iRacing, we had a really good, solid platform even in beta, Jeff.
Right.
And the way that I think where they really revolutionized it was the sporting code. The IR system, the I rating system, and the safety rating system, I think that's what really changed the game.
Right.
And that's what we got first off when I come in 08, and that was really awesome. I mean, just that even the graphics were so much better than what they were in 03. I mean, it was so much more refined, and it looked so much better, and the racing and competition was really cool.
That's awesome to hear, because I never heard about the stuff that happened way back then. So
we didn't have a lot though. Like all the cars and stuff we have now. Obviously, back then we didn't have a lot. So
what cars did you have?
I can remember them releasing the street stock, but we had the legend car. That was our rookie car, and we had the late models. We got the SK modifieds. We had all the short track stuff, and we had a lot of the short tracks, right? But we didn't have a lot of 1.5 and 1.5 cars back then. So we were able to get Charlotte. We got the street stock. Heck, I remember that's where Charlotte street stock racing, you know how it's kind of popular on iRacing?
Yeah.
We've been doing that since beta.
Right.
Yeah, we raced them, the street stocks at all the 1.5s, Texas and any of them that they added. But we waited, and they did it relatively quickly between beta and when they launched it in 2009. I mean, we jumped up and had cup cars and everything. We got the Xfinity, and the first one we got for the cup side was now the K&N National car.
Right.
And that was really awesome, man. That's why I'm such a fan of the K&N car, because it dates back a long way. And
I never raced a K&N car much till lately, and then I was like, you know what? I really like this. I'm going to run it. But I've never run a full season. But I think I'm just going to do it this year in this season and go ahead and run the whole season.
It is without a doubt my favorite oval car. As far as the NASCAR style cars go, the K&N car is my favorite. It's probably because I had so much time in it when it come out on here, But part of that is it's just a hell of a good driving race car. It really is.
It could have something to do with the last few races of the last season, where at like Homestead, which is my worst track, period. I'm not a Homestead fan. I had a 13.5-second lead before the first caution come out, and I was like, man, I really like these cars.
Yeah, that's it. They'll grow on you for sure. Probably the first time I drove it back then, I just was in love with the car and how it drove, and through the years, I stuck with it, and I still race some K&N official stuff. That's how much I like the car. But it's going to be interesting tomorrow, Jeff. It's another milestone, and hopefully the V7 tire model is something everybody loves.
Absolutely. And I think I will be here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And hopefully Vern will get the live stream set up by 8:50.
It'll be
So I
there.
can send it out to the 30 people I sent it out to.
Yeah, and we do appreciate all the viewers for tuning in. We appreciate that every broadcast, and we're going to keep bringing them to you. We're just about ready to get on to our regular season on September 10th, so make sure you start tuning in for those. Get your votes in for your favorite driver for Driver of the Day. We appreciate you sticking out for our little bit of podcast. Maybe got a little history lesson in iRacing, or you might have liked it, you might not, but you're the one that stayed tuned into the channel. So we'll see you tomorrow night for our special fun race to test out that new tire model on the K&N. And we want all our fans and viewers that come in on YouTube and Twitch to have a great night. Thank you.